Hello, I'm Paul Cutzinger from Amazon, and we're talking about designing voice user experiences. Today we're going to talk about building multi-turn conversations and using built-in slots. So we have a couple new features here around helping you edit skills. So let's get started. First, we're going to build a skill right now. This is going to be a very simplistic thing. We're building a fact skill. So the idea is, like my daughter built a skill. She's a 19-year-old anime lover. So she built a skill that tells you all about anime facts. So let me show you what it would be like to build that skill in the new skill editing tools. So like always, you go to developer.amazon.com to get started. And then from there, we click on Alexa in the top nav, and we click Alexa Skills Kit. See how you have two options here? You have Alexa Skills Kit and Alexa Voice Service. Alexa Skills Kit is how you make Alexa smarter. So it's like we're adding facts to Alexa in this case. Alexa Voice Services is where you take Alexa herself and you put her into other devices, maybe a Raspberry Pi or your refrigerator or a car. So we want to do Alexa Skills Kit. Let's click that. And there's a gold button in the upper right-hand corner here that says Add a New Skill. So we will get doing it. My skill is going to be called Anime Facts. And this is where you could name it whatever you want. The invocation name is what the customer would say in order to engage with your skill. So in this case, we're going to say, Alexa, open Anime Facts. And so Anime Facts is my invocation. All right, so we just hit save on that, and next. All right, so now we're on this page that's all about your interaction model. And the interaction model is really the user experience or the UI for a skill. It's all about what customers might say and how to get Alexa to respond to those. So I'm going to show you the beta of this skill editing experience. If you click on this button here and open it up. All right, so this is the new UI. Let me walk you through and just orient you a little bit about what's going on. So over on the left, we have a few different pieces. The first part is intents. So if you recall from other skill building that you may have done, an intent is what your skill is capable of doing. So far this skill is able to do cancel or help or stop. And we're going to need to make it be able to give you a fact. So we're going to add a new intent to it. So let's do that now. I'm going to hit add. So add a new intent. And then I get this box to say, what is the name of my new intent? One thing I want to show you while we're here is there's a whole library of built-in intents. Look at these. Actor, book, book series, calendars, creative works, episodes. So these are meant to help you pre-train your experience based on these different genres. Like if you might say, if you're doing something about music, you can open this up and you can see all sorts of things about how you would manage music. Whenever you have the chance, use one of those built-ins because it's all pre-trained for you. Everything else that you build, the custom ones, you would train yourself. So let me show you how you train it yourself because there's a little more to it. Again, use the built-ins by default if you can. So I'm going to do get new fact intent. So again, an intent is something my skill can do. In this case, my skill can get a new fact. So that's what I'm going to do. Get new fact. Now it says sample utterances. So an intent is what I can do, but that's not necessarily how the customer will ask for it. They might say all sorts of things. Like for example, if you look at this web page right here, there's a button over here that says add. That is the intent. It will add that. But in voice, I could say add, or I could say put it in there. Let's do it. Add another, right? I could say a variety of things that all mean add. So, likewise, I can say a variety of things that mean get me a new fact, like give me a fact. So I'll type that in. Or I could say another one, please, is the same thing as give me a fact. Or tell me something about anime. I want an anime fact. Right? So these are all different ways that I say get new fact. And I just train the natural language engine. One of the things that you should know about this list is you want it to be as complete as you can imagine, but it doesn't actually have to be perfect. There will be things that people say that you don't have in your list. This is training data. So you're training the natural language engine that Alexa has. Okay, so we just want to get it, most of the way there. Think about the variety of things people might say and train it up. All right, that's going to do it for this. Let me show you one other thing that you could choose to use, which is intent confirmation. This is a new feature. If you click, does this intent require confirmation? You could say yes. And then there could be prompts for this. So what this means is if the person says, I want an anime fact, Alexa would come back and say, are you sure you want an anime fact? And you can say yes or no. These are really good for scenarios where you're maybe making a purchase or you want to make sure that you get a very particular word or maybe a spelling correct. You would do an intent confirmation. Keep these light. It's a lot of burden for customers to have to confirm all the intents. So I'm not going to do it for our simplistic experience. All right, so now I have a new fact intent. I have the utterances. That's all looking good. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to build. So when I build, what's happening is it's taking all those utterances and all these combinations of intents, and it's compiling them into that training data I was describing to you, and it's sending them to the Alexa service so that it can train the natural language model. Once this is done, what we're going to need to do is connect this UI part, this user experience, to the logic we have. So let me just go show you that. Here's the code I have for this anime skill, and you can see all the different facts that my daughter has put into here. And there's all sorts of crazy things I had no idea about, including things like the names of these characters. I don't know. All right. So if you want to go build your own fact skill, you can go to our tutorials page, alexa.design/tutorials, and you can build any of our different experiences out. I've already got this one built, so I'm just going to copy this ARN from the upper right-hand corner. That's the Amazon resource name. It's the one that defines this anime facts. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to add it to this skill that I've been making. So our build is done. Let's hit configuration. And now all great. We will hit AWS. Now notice that you can put any endpoint you want. You could put any HTTPS service that you want. I'm using Amazon Web Services, so I'll click that button. I hit North America, and then I will paste in that ARN that I just had. And then I'm going to leave the rest of this the default. I don't need account linking. Account linking is like, let's say you're using the Domino's skill, and you want to sign in so that you know where to deliver the pizza. That's when you would use account linking. For a fact, we don't need that. And then permissions, maybe you want to know the location of the device. Again, for the pizza delivery is a good example of that. For facts, again, we don't need that, so we don't need to bother the customer with permissions. We'll just leave that all alone. So I hit next. And this is now alive. So I can type into here, open anime facts, and I can see that I get a response, says your anime fact is, and I can talk to Alexa too. Alexa, open anime facts.
Your anime fact is, EU from Korwa Zombie Disaka has 22 different voice actors.
Cool, thanks. All right, so there we go. We've got our first skill built here. It was a very, very simplistic one. We're going to go a little deeper in the next video. What you learned in this one was about intents and utterances and how we use this tool to put those two things together. In the next one, we're going to go a layer deeper. We're going to help you build out a more engaging experience through slots. My name is Paul Cutzinger. If you want to reach out to me, you can any way you like. I'm at Paul Cutzinger on LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, email, the whole thing. Thank you very much and have a good one.